Let me tell you something that just dropped in the football world. This is the kind of transfer saga that makes your head spin. Imagine this: a 19-year-old phenom, barely into his professional career, suddenly becomes the centerpiece of a €40 million deal. Not just any club, but Juventus. And here's the kicker: this wasn't even on anyone's radar a week ago. What the hell is going on here? Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't this guy still figuring out his place in the world? And you're right. Kerim Alajbegovic turned 19 in September, and while he's already scored 13 goals in 44 games for RB Salzburg on loan, that's still a teenager's resume. But here's the thing: Juventus just pulled off a move that's going to shake up the entire transfer market. Why? Because they're not just paying for a player, they're paying for a future legend. Or at least, that's what they hope. Let's break this down. 4 months, Alajbegovic was the flavor of the month for clubs like Chelsea, Milan, Roma, and Atalanta. Everyone wanted him, but no one could meet the €35 million plus bonus asking price. Atalanta came closest, but they blinked. Then Chelsea entered the race, and suddenly, the whole world was watching. But now, poof! Juventus swoops in with a €33 million offer, plus €7 million in add-ons. How did they pull this off? Here's what I think: Juventus is playing a long game. They've been quietly building a youth academy powerhouse, and this move fits perfectly into that strategy. You know what's wild? This deal might have been disguised by their pursuit of Randal Colomwani from PSG. Maybe they were using that as a distraction. Or maybe they've been watching Alajbegovic's loan spell at Salzburg and realized he's not just another kid with potential, he's a finished product. But let's talk about the bigger picture. This move is a masterclass in transfer psychology. Juventus didn't wait for the summer chaos, they struck when the market was distracted. And by doing so, they've effectively undercut everyone else. Clubs like Milan and Napoli, who had been circling Alajbegovic, are now left scrambling. What does this say about Juventus' scouting department? It says they're not just reacting to trends, they're creating them. And here's the real kicker: Alajbegovic's age. He's 19, which means he's got at least a decade of prime years left. Juventus is betting big on his upside, but they're also taking a calculated risk. If he flops, they've spent €40 million on a project. If he thrives, they've just acquired a generational talent. Either way, this is a gamble that screams we're not afraid to take chances. Now, I want you to think about this. What does this mean for the future of Serie A? Juventus has been in a rebuilding phase for years, and this move signals they're ready to compete again. But more importantly, it shows how transfer markets are becoming more about timing and psychology than pure financial power. Clubs that wait too long get left behind. And in this case, Juventus didn't just get the player, they got the story. So, what's next? Well, Alajbegovic has to give his blessing, but given how this deal has moved so fast, I'd say he's already on board. The real question is, will this be the start of a new era for Juventus, or just another expensive experiment? I'll be watching closely. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.